Hello dear students. So today I have a video for class 10th maths student. So in this video what I will be showing you today is I will be telling you all the related formulas which will be used in solving trigonometric questions. So I will be making a video today in trigonometry class 10th. So now trigonometry is a very deep branch of mathematics which starts in 10th but it will be used in 11th also, in 12th also, and in higher mathematics also, and has a greater significance when we calculate great heights and when we want to calculate larger distances. It is one of the indirect methods used to find distance. So what is basically trigonometry? What are the various formulas which are used in trigonometry? So all of you are aware of what is a right angled triangle. So I hope all of you are aware of what is a right angle triangle. Now in a right angle triangle, let us say if I name it as ABC. So it is a right angle triangle, right angled at B. So at B you can say it is 90-degree angle. The three sides of a right angle triangle, the one which is opposite to 90-degree. So here angle B is 90. तो अगर आप B को छोड़ दें, B के अलावा B को छोड़ के B के opposite, the side is AC. That is called hypotenuse. So that is what is called a hypotenuse. So side AC is called hypotenuse. The other two sides, one of them is the perpendicular and one of them is the base. Now if I mark angle as C, this is a very point which you have to understand. This is the hypotenuse. If I mark angle C, over here, then for C, this side is the base and AB is the perpendicular. So if I mark angle C, then for angle C, this side is the base and this is the perpendicular. But on the other hand, if I mark A as the angle, so if I take A as the angle, hypotenuse is not going to change. Hypotenuse will always remain the side which is opposite to 90 degrees. So let's suppose if you have A, B and C. So here this is the base and this is the perpendicular. But in the below figure, if I mark A as the angle, if I take A as the base angle, so this is the hypotenuse again because this is opposite to 90 degree. The side which is opposite to the marked angle, so here I have marked C. So the side opposite to C is the perpendicular. So this is the hypotenuse, this is the perpendicular, the leftover side is base. In the same way in this triangle, if I mark A as the angle, then opposite to 90 degrees hypotenuse, opposite to the marked angle, this side is the perpendicular and the leftover side will be the base. So that is the first thing which you have to understand when you do trigonometry. So AC is the hypotenuse. So side opposite to the marked angle, side opposite to the marked angle other than right angle, side opposite to marked angle other than the right angle, that is called perpendicular. That is the perpendicular, and the side which is leftover side is the base. Leftover side is the base. And in any right angle triangle, let me redraw it. In any right angle triangle, let us suppose if this angle I mark as theta. So theta is a Greek letter which is used to mark angles. So if I mark this angle as theta, then for this theta, this side will be the perpendicular. Let me name it as ABC. So I am calling angle C as theta. Then this AB will be perpendicular. This BC will be the base. And this AC will be the hypotenuse. So in a right angle triangle, we write 3 T ratios, which goes like this. Sine theta, which is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse. This is what a sine theta is. So sine theta is P by H. Then I have cos theta, which is B by H. So sine theta, cos theta, and then we have tan theta, which is P by B. So I repeat again, these are the 3 trigonometric ratios: sine theta, cos theta and tan theta. Make sure you must be knowing what is the theta in your angle. If my theta angle is this, then this side will be the perpendicular and this side will be the base. The hypotenuse will remain the same. So in any right angle triangle, sine theta is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse, cos theta is equal to base over hypotenuse, tan theta is equal to P by B. So basically you can say Pandit Badri Prasad Har Har Bhol. So Pandit Badri Prasad, Hari Hari Bhol, Sona Chandi Tol. That is a way to memorize this. It's a basic rule. It's a funny rhyme that we have made. Pandit Badri Prasad, Hari Hari Bhol, Sona Chandi Tol. So you have to remember Sona Chandi Tol. Sona Chandi, C, Chandi also starts from C and Cos also start from C. Sona Chandi Tol, and there it goes like this. Pandit Badri Prasad, Hari Hari Bhol. So it is a way to memorize this. So let me just rewrite it again for you people. It goes like this. Sine theta, cos theta, tan theta in any right angle triangle is equal to P Pandit Badri Prasad, Hari Hari Bol, Sona Chandi Tol. So that is a basic rule. So please remember this. This is the basic formula. In any right angle triangle, what is sine theta, what is cos theta, what is tan theta? These are the trigonometric ratios. There are three more ratios which you have to remember. Let me tell you what is that. So one is sine, and then one is the reciprocal of sine, which is called cosecant. Cosecant theta, which is the reciprocal of sine theta, having a formula h by p. So this is cosecant theta. Then we have the opposite of cos and tan as well. The full form of cos is cosine. The full form of tan is tangent. Now the reciprocal of cos theta is secant theta, or what you call as sec theta, which is 1 by cos theta, and it will be equal to h by b. The reciprocal of tan is cotan, or in short known as cot theta, which is 1 by tan theta, having a formula b by p. So these are all the trigonometric ratios which you have to remember for solving trigonometric questions. Now one thing over here which you also observe, that the formula for tan theta is, so we have written p by b. Now over right hand side, if I divide numerator and denominator by the hypotenuse, so let's suppose I divide it by h, and over here also I divide by h. I am dividing by the same number. You know the equation still remains same if I divide by the same number. So p by h and b by h. So this p by h is nothing but sine. So you can have another formula for tan theta, which is p by h is sine theta over b by h is nothing but cos theta. So we have another formula for tan theta, which is sine theta by cos theta. So this is the first list of formulas which is there. So if tan theta is this, then you can rewrite cot theta as cos theta over sine theta. Then you can write cot theta as cos theta over sine theta. So this is the first list of formulas of trigonometry. I repeat, sine theta is p by h, cos theta is b by h, tan theta is p by b. Be very careful which side is perpendicular, which side is base. Hypotenuse is easy to find, but which is perpendicular and which is base, be very careful. जिस एंगल को आप थीटा मार्क कर रहे हो, उस थीटा एंगल के ऑपोजिट वाली साइड हमारी परपेंडिकुलर होगी. सो अगर मैं इस ट्राइंगल में इस एंगल को थीटा मार्क कर रहा हूं, तो ये वाली जो साइड है, दिस विल बी परपेंडिकुलर, दिस विल बी बेस, एंड इफ दिस इज 90 डिग्री, देन दिस इज द hypotenuse. So be very careful. So sine is p by h, cos is b by h, tan is p by b. Reciprocal of sine is cosecant, reciprocal of cos is secant, reciprocal of tan is cotan or simply cot. So tan can also be written as p by b. So p by h over b by h, which is sine by cos, and cot will be cos by sine. Now let us go to the second list of formulas, second set of formulas. So I'll make another video in which I will be posting questions related to these formulas. In this video, I will be telling you all the formulas which are related to this particular chapter. Let us now go to the second list of formulas, and that is what is the formulas which are related to, you can say, complementary angles. So trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. T ratios of complementary angles. T ratios of complementary angles. That is the next one. T ratios of complementary angles. So in a right angle triangle, obviously one of the angle is 90 degree. Then if you look at A and C, so you know the sum of three angles over here, which is angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180. It is because of the angle sum property. Over here B is 90. So very clearly A plus C will be 180 minus 90, which means A plus C is 90 degree. So A plus C is 90 degree, which can also be written as that angle A is equal to 90 minus C. Now you know what are complementary angles. Those two angles whose sum is 90 are called complementary. So over here, if you see very carefully, A and C, they sum up to 90 degrees. So A and C are complementary angles. Now if I ask you in this figure, if I ask you in this figure, in this triangle, what is the value of sine of angle A? So if I ask you what is the value of sine of angle A? Now as I just told you, for this angle, you know the formula for sine is P by H. This is the formula for sine, which is sine of angle A. So sine is P by H. Now for this angle, the perpendicular will be BC and hypotenuse is always fixed, which is AC. So this is the formula of sine A, BC over AC. Now if I ask you that what is the value of cos C, if I ask you what is the value of cos of this angle, cos of C. So if I ask you what is cos of C, it is the formula for cos is base upon hypotenuse. And for angle C, the base is again it is BC over AC. So what do you see? So dear children, you see that sine of A and cos of C are equal, BC by AC, and this is also BC by AC. I repeat, in this triangle sine A, if I take this angle, then you know sine has a formula P by H, but the perpendicular for angle A will be BC and hypotenuse is AC only. And if I write cos of C, I am taking two complementary angles. If I write cos of C, then it is base upon hypotenuse, and base for C will be BC and hypotenuse is AC. It is BC by AC, and you see that sine A and cos C, in fact they are equal, both are BC by AC. So therefore you can say that sine of angle A is equal to cos of angle C. But if you look at A, what is A equal to? So A is equal to 90 minus C. So if I put this formula over here, what I can write? So I can rewrite this as sine of, instead of A, I can rewrite this as 90 minus angle C is equal to cos of angle C. So if you look very carefully, it becomes sine of 90 minus C is equal to cos of angle C. Now in the same way, if I ask you what is, if in the same way if I ask you what is the value of cos A. So if I ask you what is cos A, then cos A will be base upon hypotenuse, and for base, for A, the base will be AB. So it will become AB by AC. So if I ask you what is cos of angle A, so cos of angle A will become equal to, you know the formula is base upon hypotenuse, and for A, the base will be AB. So it will be AB by AC, which will be, if you look at the figure very carefully, which will be same as sine of C, which will be same as sine of C, which will be same as sine of C. Why? Because sine of C is P by H, and for C perpendicular is AB. So again it is AB by AC, which is same. So this second formula, I can rewrite this like cos of, instead of A over here, I can rewrite this as 90 minus C. So cos 90 minus C will become equal to sine C. So dear children, if I generalize in the same way, if you go for tan, or if you go for cot, if you go for cosecant, if you go for secant, we can formulate all the formulas for what is the relationship between the complementary angles. So sine of the one will be equal to cosine of the other, cos of the one will be equal to sine of the other, cot of the one will be equal to tan of the other, tan of the one will be equal to cot of the other, cosecant of the one will be equal to secant of other, and secant of the one will be equal to cosecant of other. So I repeat again, sine A will be equal to cos C, cos A will be equal to sine C, tan A will be equal to cot C, cot A will be equal to tan C, cosecant A will be equal to secant C, secant A will be equal to cosecant C. So how I can generalize all this, whatever I am telling you. So look at these two formulas. What are they telling you is, so now I am going to tell you the results. What are the formulas which are there in general? So let me sum up. So to sum up, what are the formulas which are there? These are called complementary angle formulas, very very important, which goes like this, which is sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta. तो आप याद कैसे रखेंगे? Sin 90 minus theta. तो जिसके आगे को नहीं लगा हुआ तो आप को लगा देंगे, साइन का बन जाएगा कोसाइन, कोसाइन मतलब कॉस, और अगर को लगा हुआ है तो आपने को हटा देना है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई से कॉस 90 माइनस थीटा, अब इसके आगे कॉस का मतलब होता है कोसाइन, तो आप को हटा देंगे और ये क्या बन जाएगा, ये बन जाएगा साइन थीटा, कोसाइन का बन जाएगा साइन। तो अगर को नहीं लगा हुआ साइन 90 माइनस थीटा तो आप को लगा देंगे, इट विल बिकम कोसाइन थीटा, और अगर को लगा हुआ है, अगर ये कोसाइन 90 माइनस थीटा है तो को हटा देंगे, बन जाएगा साइन। इसी तरीके से इफ आई आस्क यू tan 90 माइनस थीटा, सो tan को नहीं लगा हुआ तो इसके आगे को लगा देंगे, तो ये बन जाएगा कोटैन, कोटैन मीन्स cot theta. I hope you are all able to understand this thing. So co, here this co will come, here it was co but co will be removed. Same way if I ask you what is cot 90 minus theta, if I ask you what is cot of 90 minus theta, so cot means cotan, so cotan, co will be removed over here and the formula will become equal to tan theta. Same way if I have secant 90 minus theta, so again you can see very carefully there is no co over here, but in order to make the formula you will apply co over here and what it will become, so secant 90 minus theta will become cosecant theta, co will come, and if it is already cosecant, so if it is cosecant theta, if it is like this, if it is cosecant of 90 minus theta, then you will remove co and it will only become secant theta. So dear children, this is the list of formulas. I repeat again. So if you have these formulas, so these can be derived in this way that I have just told you. So sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, cos 90 minus theta is sin theta, tan 90 minus theta is cot theta, cot 90 minus theta is tan theta, secant 90 minus theta is cosecant theta, and cosecant 90 minus theta is secant theta. So for example, let us try to do it. Let us try to take one example over here. Suppose आपको question आ जाए, solve cot 89 into cot 1 degree. Suppose if someone asks you the value of this cot 89 degree and cot 1 degree. Now very carefully you can see that they both are complementary angles. Cot 89 and cot 1. 89 and 1 are complementary angles. तो आप उन दो में से किसी एक को 90 minus other angle लिख लीजिए. So for example, I can rewrite 89 as, so this can be written as cot of, cot का cot रहने देना, यहाँ पे change नहीं करेंगे. So cot of this 89 is 90 minus 1 degree. 90 degree minus 1 degree. That is what is 89 degree into cot 1 degree. Now over here I will apply the formula cot 90 minus theta. This one cot 90 minus theta is tan theta. So cot 90 minus 1 will become tan 1. So tan 1 into cot 1. And then you know tan and cot, they are reciprocals of each other. So I can rewrite tan 1 and this cot 1 can be written as 1 by tan 1. And then tan 1 upon tan 1. So this thing will get cancelled and I will get the answer as 1 only. So I hope you are all able to understand this thing. So 89 and 1. So in questions you have to see if the angles are complementary. If you can see two angles which are complementary, write one of them as 90 minus other. आगे वाला अगर cot है तो उसको cot ही रहने देना है. इस फॉर्मूले में कई बच्चे क्या करते हैं, यहीं पर ही cot को यहाँ पे tan भी लिख देते हैं और यहाँ पे 90 minus 1 भी लिख देते हैं. वो गलत है. cot 89 में cot को अभी cot ही लिखेंगे. ये फॉर्मूला लगाने के बाद ये tan 1 बनेगा. यहीं पर ही tan नहीं कर देना है. That will be wrong. So be very careful for this. So this is the second list of formulas. So after telling you the basic formulas, which is what is sine, what is cos, what is tan, these are the complementary angles formula which are very, very, very important. Now I am going to tell you certain angles. What is the T ratio of certain angles? So T ratios of certain fixed angles. In our syllabus right now, we have only for certain angles. When you go to higher classes, there is a rule how you will tell the value of 120 degrees, sine of 120, greater angles also. But right now we have this trigonometric table. We have T ratios for certain angles. We have T ratios for certain angles. T ratios for certain angles. Let us see which angles are those. So we have got 0 degree, then we have got 30 degree, then we have got 45 degree, then we have got 60 degree, and then we have 90 degree. So you must remember these angles. These are in the ascending order. 0, 30, वैसे 30 का गैप है, बस बीच में एक 45 भी आएगा. 0, 30, 30, 60, 90. There is a 45 also in between. And the values that we have to write is for sine theta. So what I am telling you is that if the value of theta is this, if the value of theta is 0, for example, if I ask you what is sine 0 degree, and then sine 30 degree, then sine 45 degree, then sine 60, then sine 90. So I will write the values over here. So we will draw this table for sine, cos, tan, then the reciprocals of these t ratios, which is cosecant, secant, and cot. So there are some questions which are based on this trigonometric table. Straight away questions can be asked where you need to put the values and you need to solve the particular problem. So let us see. So sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, and cot. So dear children, it is very easy to remember or memorize this table. In order to remember sine, remember this rule, which is root of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4. Just remember this. Sine theta की values के लिए under root 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4. So if I ask you what is sine 0, it will be the first value, which is sine 0 will be root 0 by 4. Now if I ask you root 0 by 4, which will be, so if I ask you what is sine 0, it will become under root of 0 by 4, which is root 0 only, which is 0. So sine 0 will be 0 only. Now if I ask you what is sine 30 degree, now if I ask you sine 30, you will go to under root of 1 by 4. So that will be sine 30. So sine 30 will be under root of 1 by 4, which is nothing but 1 by 2. So under root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. Next is sine 45. So if I ask you sine 45, it will be equal to root of 2 by 4. Now this can get cancelled, so it will become 1 by root 2. So it will become 1 by root 2. I hope you are all able to understand. It is not difficult at all. Now if I ask you sine 60, now you can just tell me by yourself only. So sine 60. So sine 60 will become root of 3 by 4, which is root 3 by 2. I hope you are all able to understand. This is pretty simple now. So this is root 3 by 2. And if I ask you sine 90, it will become root of 4 by 4, which is nothing but 1. So this is how you can memorize for sine. And if you can memorize for sine, all others can follow. So sine 0, 0, sine 30 half, sine 45 1 by root 2, sine 60 root 3 by 2, sine 90 is 1. Now if I ask you for cos, you just have to write the same but starting from this side. So if this is 1, so cos 0 will become 1. So sine 60, this is root 3 by 2, this root 3 by 2 will come over here, root 3 by 2. This will remain here only, 1 by 2 will go over here, and cos 90 will become 0. You just have to write this sine 1 in the opposite manner. Now what is tan? Tan is the ratio of sine and cos. You know the formula of tan is sine theta over cos theta. So you just need to divide these two numbers in order to write the values over here. So what is tan 0? Tan 0 is 0 upon 1, which is 0 only. If I ask you what is tan 30, so 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2, you will find that it will be 1 by root 3. If I ask you tan 45, 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2, that will become 1. If I ask you tan 60, then root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2, which will become root 3. And if I ask you tan 90, now this is very important. If I ask you tan 90, then it is something which is 1 by 0. It is sine by cos. And if can you divide by 0? In the denominator, it cannot be 0. So this is something which is not defined. It is written like this. It is infinity. So reciprocal of 0 is infinity, or we call it as not defined. You cannot divide by infinity. Now let us talk about the reciprocals of sine. You know what is cosecant? Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So once you are able to write sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant and cot are respectively the reciprocals of sine, cos and tan. So if I ask you cosecant theta, that will be reciprocal of, so if I ask you cosecant 0 degree, that will be reciprocal of sine 0. And sine 0 is 0. So the reciprocal of 0 is So as we did over here, reciprocal of 0, when 0 is in the denominator, it is infinity. Same way, reciprocal of 0 over here will become infinity. And then if I ask you cosecant 30, that will become reciprocal of 1 by 2, which is 2. Cosecant 45 will become root 2. Cosecant 60, that will become 2 by root 3. Cosecant 90, that will become 1 only. You know the reciprocal of 1 is 1. Then we have secant theta, that is the reciprocal of cos theta. So reciprocal of 1 is 1 only. Root 3 by 2 is 2 by root 3. Then again we have root 2, then 1 by 2 ka 2 ho jayega, and then 0 ka reciprocal will be, it will again become infinity. And then if I ask you what is cot, so cot will be the reciprocal of tan. So the reciprocal of 0 is, again, you know, it is infinity only. So reciprocal of 0 is infinity. Then 1 by root 3 ka reciprocal will become root 3. Then 1 ka 1, then root 3 ka 1 by root 3. And over here the reciprocal of infinity. You know, tan was sine by cos, it is 1 by 0. So when you do the opposite of that, it will become 0 by 1, and 0 by 1 is nothing but 0. So that is how you can draw this table. So I repeat again, for sine, so first of all you need to remember the angles 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. In order to fill the values for sine, remember root of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4, and respectively you can write all the entries. For cos, you have to start from the right side. So 1, then root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, and then 0. For tan, you have to divide sine by cos. 0 by 1, 0. 1 by 2 over root 3 by 2 is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2 over 1 by root 2 is 1. Root 3 by 2 over 1 by root 2 will become root 3. 1 by 0 is infinity. And in order to write cosecant, secant, and cot, they will be reciprocal of sine, cos, and tan. One thing is very, very important over here. Always remember this thing, that the values of sine and cos, can never extend 1. Sine theta and cos theta, you must always remember that the value of sine theta and cos theta is always between -1 and 1. You can say the maximum value of sine or cos, I should write sine or cos, is always between -1 and 1. Sine की और cos की जो वैल्यूज होती हैं वो हमेशा -1 से 1 के बीच में होगी. You can just see clearly. Here we are not having negative values. You will learn about when will sine attain a value of -half or -1 by root 2. That you will do in class 11th. In this class right now, do remember that sine and cosine can never extend 1. So sine theta or cos theta never extend 1. They never extend 1. Do remember this thing, sine theta or cos theta, they never extend 1. So I hope you are all able to understand this table as well, so you can memorize these values, how to draw the table. This is something which is very easy. So I hope the ratios are understood, the complementary angle formulas are understood. This table is also understood.